Man, we are getting you guys ready for Sweethearts Day. I hope you guys are all set up. Hope you've got a reservation or something cool planned. We are gonna show you some cool dishes. Today's dish, I'm showing you guys a great little dessert, great decadent little dessert. We are making flourless chocolate cake. Man, it's gonna be such a good dish. Man, we're doing some great chocolate dipped strawberries to add just a nice little flair to your dessert. Oh man, we're gonna do some raspberries as well. We're doing some cool stuff today. Gonna make a chocolate sauce. Man, we are gonna pair it with a great little sweet sparkling wine, Marco Negri. And we're gonna get busy over here in the kitchen. We got a lot of work to do. It's gonna take us a little while to bake this cake. Let's get started. This is cooking today. Guys, welcome into the show. Thank you so much for being with us. I hope you have your reservations all taken care of. If not, man, we're going to show you some cool things that you can do at the house to make a really simple dessert. We're making flourless chocolate cake today. Man, super simple, very few ingredients. And I'm going to get going right now. I have already made my syrup. And this is a custard that we're using syrup to just to thicken it and help it rise. So I've already made my simple syrup, and it is a half a cup of water, the same amount of sugar, and a little bit of salt. Just a splash of my salt, the salt right out of the grinder. Okay? And I also have already going over here, I have chocolate over a double boiler. And guys, there's a lot of recipes. You'll see a lot of recipes that say use a double boiler. I'm going to show you what that is right now. It is just the process of using a pan of some kind of bowl to melt your chocolate in. And we have water boiling in this pot. It's on low. It's at a roll. You can see the steam, but it is melting our chocolate. If you look, you can see that around the rim is real shiny, okay? And the chocolate in the center is real dull. So I know once I get all my chocolate to that shiny state, it's ready to go. It's melted. It may still look like morsels, but I'm telling you, it's melted and ready. All right, and we're gonna roll with the dish. Let me grab my rubber spatula right here, because I want to go ahead and start to mix the chocolate together. Okay, and you can see once I get the rubber spatula right in there, all that chocolate that's sitting on the bottom, it's melted. It's still got its form to it, but it's looking great. And we want it smooth. Still see little chunks of the chocolate in there. It melts away real quickly once we get it going. All right. And then I'm going to transfer this over to a larger bowl. I have one sitting right here. And what I'm going to do, take this melted chocolate and just transfer it to this bowl, because I need a larger bowl to get everything else in. Okay, just like that. I'm going to put that down. And then I'm going to add just a cube of butter. I've cubed up my butter, and I'm just going to get it slowly added, just till it's whisked in. It'll melt. The heat of the chocolate will melt it, and you'll notice that, man, it's going to come to this thick, real thick state. So we're going to add an egg to loosen it up. And we're just going to go back and forth between our eggs and our butter till it's all combined. And I want you to see it. We're really looking for a smooth product. Okay, we're going to add another piece of butter and then another egg. We have 6 eggs to go, so it takes just a little bit. But the key is rich, decadent, flourless cake. You don't need flour to make it rise. We're using the eggs for that. That's the purpose of the eggs, to get that rise out of it. Okay, I'm going to add another egg, a little bit more butter, and just get it back to where it's smooth. Okay, we'll do it again till we get all these done. And you can make a good, simple, rich, and decadent chocolate cake. Your honey will think that you've had some chef training. Super simple. Okay, now that we've got all 6 of our eggs in, we've whipped in our butter. We're going to add our simple syrup right to it, and it's still got some warmth to it, so it's going to help us as well get our mix just really nice and smooth. Again, it's just a half a cup of water and the same amount by volume of sugar. Okay, just like that. Just make sure it's real nice, really nice and smooth. And I'm going to set that down for just a second, because I want to bring in our glass dish and show you this part of it as well. We'll get it, put it in there and put in the oven. We have some extra butter. What I'm going to do is just take the butter, just make sure that our pan is nice and greased. We want our cake to come out of this pan when it's done. If you want to use a sheet pan for this, you can. A half sheet pan will work great for this. All right, once you get your pan really good and greased, I'm also, just for precaution, going to take my spray and just hit it, just around the edges, just to make sure. I just want to make sure the cake comes out, you guys. Okay? So we'll get rid of this guy right here and bring our rubber spatula back in so we can get all of this mix into the dish. And we just want to pour it up, just like that. Perfect. And we're going to put this in the oven. The temperature is already set at 300, and we're going to let this go for an hour. And that's it. You guys, when we come back, we're going to melt a little bit more chocolate. We're going to make some dipped strawberries. Man, we're going to do some cool sauce for our cake. You guys come back with me. This is Cooking Today. Guys, thank you so much for being with us. Welcome back to the show. We are rolling along. We have our flourless chocolate cake that's working in our oven. Man, I can't wait till we get it out and get it on the plate. We got a lot more components still to add though. So we're gonna keep on going down the road here and just get my pan ready. I have the double boilers going again. I have 2 this time. The first one is just dark chocolate, semi-sweet dark chocolate, and then I have some white chocolate morsels that we're melting as well. And we're gonna dip some strawberries. And I'm just going to show you how simply it's done to add some coolness to your dessert. So simple. We are going to just get this chocolate where it's good and melted and it looks good, that it's smooth, just like earlier, that there's no lumps in it. All the chocolate is completely broken down, and it looks great. I'm going to do the exact same thing to the white chocolate. It is dull and smooth, and we're just going to get this melted over our double boiler. Just same exact process. Okay, just whip it till it's smooth. And that takes just a little bit longer. I need just another moment with that one. But while that's going, looks good. We're going to bring our dark chocolate off of the double boiler. Just get it good and cleaned off. Set that aside. And what I'm going to do is take the strawberries just by the stem. Okay, just hold on to the green part of the strawberry. And if you're using this small amount of chocolate, you really just want to make sure you get them in there and get them rolled. Okay, just get them coated real good. That extra little chocolate you're going to have left over dangling off of there, we're going to sit that right down on our pan. Okay, just like that. Super simple. Same thing. We'll do a few of them here. Just like that. Dip and place. We will dip and place. Because we want the chocolate to cool here on our strawberries. Okay? So you just want to make sure you get it nice and coated, however far up you want to do it. It's totally fine. Dip and place. We'll do one more here. Let's see. Just get it dipped and placed on our tray. Okay, now I'm going to hang on to that because I want to skewer a few raspberries here. We're also going to do this nice raspberry for our plate. Nice garnish, edible garnish. And what we're going to do is bring in our white chocolate. Just make sure it's nice and smooth. It looks great. All melted. And I'm going to dip these bad boys right in there. Oh yeah. You may have to play with it just a little bit just to make sure your raspberry stays on there. They're a little bit more delicate than the strawberry, but we'll still have something cool on our plate here. Okay? We'll just roll them in that. Just like that. Just have something cool to put on our plate. Okay? Just hold on to that. And I want to make sure that I keep this so that it stays nice and melted. We're going to need it because we're going to do a nice little plate presentation with that as well. Okay? Those are looking great. I'm going to check on our cake. And it has been in there about 30 minutes. So we're going to let it keep on going. We still have a good little while to go on it. And I'm going to grab a pan, just a small one. We're going to get this burner going right here. Because we want to make a little sauce for our plate as well, a little chocolate sauce. So I'm going to grab some red wine. The first thing I'm going to do is just get my red wine starting to reduce in this pan. Just a shallow pan. You know, I'm only making enough for 2 people, so it's just a small amount. You don't need a whole lot, but we got to get this to a boil. Okay, and I need to get this chocolate back onto the double boil because we need it too. We're going to use every bit of this chocolate. I'm going to stick it back on the double boiler. We want to make sure that it doesn't start to harden up on us. We still need it melted for our sauce, you guys. And listen, we have to take a quick break. We're going to come right back. I'm going to keep on working on this. I'll show you exactly how we put it together. Super simple. We're going to make a plate with all the components put together. So you guys hang on to cooking today. We'll be right back. So our Flourless chocolate cake is some simple ingredients, very simple ingredients. A little bit of chocolate, man. And listen, when you're melting the chocolate over a double boiler, it's just a great little way to do it. You can use the microwave if you want to. This is just chef kind of tradition. And I can walk away from it. I can add my chocolate to the bowl and walk away from it and come back. And once you see that shiny, the chocolate have that sheen to it and got a little sweat look to it, it's ready to roll. Whip it up and it's nice and smooth and all set up for you. Guys, welcome back. We have been doing some cool stuff today. We got a good dessert going on for the special day. And I have just a little bit of red wine that I'm adding some of that melted chocolate to. And the wine is reduced really, really well. And what I'm going to do here is just mix it up until they're smooth and blended together. And I'm going to take it off of the heat. This is just for plate decoration, just so we can make our plate look really good. Okay, and I'm just going to let it go. Make a little bit of a mess. Okay, you got to have a little mess. Get a little bit on you. Okay, but we just want to make sure that stays near the heat. And we're going to take our cake out of the oven. It's done. I want you guys to see this. Just how beautiful it is. Turned out great. Look at that. And it's got plenty of space for us. And we're gonna add some whipped cream to it once we get it on our plate and get everything going. So I'm going to set it aside. That's hot. Grab us a plate here. We'll use a small plate. What I'm going to do is take my paintbrush first. Get that in there. I'm going to take my paintbrush here and just make me something cool on the plate. This is a non-stick pan, so I don't want to scratch it up or anything. So we're just going to use our brush, and I'm just going to paint me a nice little stripe on there that way. Then what I'll do is come back with some little ones like that. Just be playful. And you can put little stuff around the edge if you want to. Okay, something like that. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. Then I'll bring in some of those dipped strawberries, and I'm going to put those on the plate as well. Bring a couple of those in, just like that. I have those raspberries, and I'm going to squeeze that right in. Leave it right on that toothpick. Pretty cool looking, I think. I'm going to grab a heat pad because that glass dish is hot, and I want to get me a piece out of here. I mean, that thing's hot, but I need a little knifey, and I'm going to cut me out a nice section of this. Just like this. Oh, your honey is going to be so happy with you. I'm telling you, fellas, so easy to do. Ladies, I mean, your honey is going to be so happy. Okay, get us a piece out. Get it right on the plate here. Make sure it stays together. Just like that. Look at that. Okay, don't worry about that crack. It'll be all right because we're going to deal with that. I have some whipped cream right here and that I've already gotten going. And I'm just going to finish it up real quick. Take just a second to blend it up. We want to make sure that we have our peaks that'll hold up on our cake, okay? And we are done. We will get our bowl out. Get a little spoon going. Check this out. Just get a little spoon right across the top. Look at that. Looks great. Just like that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a little bit of powdered sugar. Just finish off my plate here. Just like that. A little bit on those strawberries. A little bit on that cake. And there it is. Flourless chocolate cake made with so much love, you guys. We have a great bottle of wine we're going to pair with that. Grab us a glass. Guys, this is a nice, sweet, bubbly dessert wine that your lady will love. Happy Valentine's Day. Check out this episode and all the recipes on nwahomepage.com under the Cooking Today tab. Like us on Facebook, just search for Cooking Today. Check out this episode and all the episodes on YouTube, just search Cooking Today.